What it do, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Summer House Martha's Vineyard Season 1, Episode 4 review. Let's get right into it. So we begin the episode with Nick saying that he has a girlfriend. And he has been with said girlfriend for a year and a half. They show her picture on the screen. And we all, including the house guests, is looking like, so you got a girlfriend for a year and a half, but you've been in 3 of the women here's DMs, flirting with them, trying to get with them. Like your girlfriend wasn't going to see this and find out. Make it make sense. Like, were you trying to see who was going to take the bait? And if somebody did, you was going to drop her or something like that? Because the girl was cute. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like the girls in the house were a little bit cuter than her. But regardless of the fact, like, you corny and you whack. And I hope she breaks up with you after watching this show because you played all in that girl's face. Like, boy, get out of here. I hate when nerdy dudes or ugly dudes or whoever, whatever type dude try to play with you. Like, really? Okay. So Silas and the guys do an exercise class, and he stops the class to get on Preston for not giving enough, according to him. And I didn't like the way he singled him out. Like, we're exercising. This is not a real class where you're the real instructor and I paid, and I'm like, chill out. Calm down. I understand we frat brothers. I understand you was in the military, but dude, it's just a workout. Let me go at my pace. You know what I'm saying? And don't embarrass me like that in front of everybody. Like, I didn't like that. So the guys tell Silas that he's making a big deal out of nothing when it comes to Jasmine accepting drinks from men. Now, don't get me wrong. I get where Silas is coming from because, as we all know, these men are a different type of breed nowadays, and they will literally or pow you just for not giving them any play. Like, men are crazy, so you do have to be careful. So I get what he's saying, but then on the other hand, you can control every move that she makes. You know, as long as she's being respectful and not cheating or anything like that, then just chill out. So Silas and Nick end up talking one-on-one as they're playing beer pong. And Nick was like, you know, in regards to your relationship with Jasmine, do you think you're controlling? And Silas in his confession was like, I'm not taking marriage advice from someone with a secret girlfriend. I was like, well, it's the big show. I mean, yeah, because you can't even be honest about your situation, and you a cheater, pumpkin eater. But at the same time, I do think that Silas is a little controlling when it comes to Jasmine, and I think that plays a part based off his ethnicity, his background, his family, and the fact that he was in the military. I think that's all of that plays into that. So Preston, Bree, and Amir are in the kitchen talking, and Bree was like, you know, to Amir, she was like, he looks at me like I'm his little sister and I need that because I don't have anybody like that. Do you feel like I've lacked giving that same respect to you? And Amir was like, I just think you guys don't know me yet. And then he gets emotional and starts to cry. And he was like, family is like so important to me. There's been a lot of self-discovery that's happened to me in a very quick time, and I haven't been able to process it. And Preston was like, well, you know, to me, you're like a brother. And, you know, they just hug him and console him. And, you know, because he said in his confessional that his biggest worry was that he wasn't going to fit in, that he wasn't going to be black enough. You know what I'm saying? And it's been the total opposite of that. Everybody's been really welcoming of him. And that has to be intimidating to go into a house of people that you really don't know. You only know like 1 or 2 people. You don't know how people are going to perceive you. Are you going to fit in? Are you going to make friends? It's kind of like school almost. So I get that. And it's sad that it's taking him this long to be able to be around black people and experience the culture and learn about his blackness. Like, it's so unfortunate, but he seems like a good dude overall. So Jasmine confronts Nick on having a girlfriend when he was saying Shanice was his wife. This man swore up and down he did not say that, but multiple people heard him saying it, and everybody ain't lying on you, child. You said it. Now you're trying to backtrack because you finally exposed that you got a woman at home. And once again, I hope she break up with your ass. So Nick says that he and his girlfriend are on the same page when it comes to their relationship. And I was like, lie number 2, because I doubt that she knew that you were DMing them girls trying to get on them. So stop. So that night, Bree texts Jasmine before bed saying how excited she is for Simon to come into town and stay for the last week. So Silas was like, did we okay this? And Jasmine was like, no, we didn't. But they clearly did when they were at bowling first episode. They end up having sex again, and bravo. I know that y'all, show some of the sexy time on the regular Summer House with the white folks, but we don't need to see that man jackhammering that lady. We do not need to see all of this. Like, goodness gracious, she gonna need a pap smear afterwards. Oh my God. Like, can you at least do a little of this instead of calm down, sir? So next day, Jasmine and Bree talk about Simon coming, and Jasmine was like, I just want to bring it to the house to make sure that everybody's comfortable with it. But Bree reminds her that, I talked to you and Silas about this and y'all said yes, but she doesn't remember that. And I think it's because they had a couple of drinks in their system. But in fact, they did say that man could come and stay the last week. So even one of the producers reminds Jasmine in her confessional, but she was like, Bree, she says that I did not say that. She was like, I did not say that at all, but she clearly did. So Bree calls Shanice and says that, Alex talked to her about Shanice stalking allegations off camera. But I'm like, y'all realize ain't nothing off camera. Just because y'all took y'all mics off don't mean that cameras are not still around. And they caught it on camera. And Shanice was just like, why address that with everybody instead of addressing it with me? So I guess she's going to bring it up when she comes back into town that weekend. But it seems like when Simon comes into town, Bree and Shanice going to get into it because Shanice going to be in the hot tub or something naked while Simon is in there. But you wanted your man to come so bad. So that's what you get. So a new housemate arrives by the name of Summer, and she's a screenwriter. And some of the guys think she's cute. They say that she's giving like a Hillary Banks type vibe. I didn't really catch it just because she dressed a little preppy. It wasn't giving me Hillary Banks. She was an all right looking chick. She had some big ass teeth, but nonetheless, she was cute. So they decide they're going to have a toga party that night. Jason, the other new house member, arrives, and he's giving us miniature Michael Ealy vibes. And Jason in his confessional says, me and Jasmine were roommates in New York, and I'm a heterosexual man. And sometimes man can be intimidated by friendship with man and woman. Like, are you low-key trying to F her? Lord Jesus, help us. This man don't know how to use the right verbiage. He literally said, I'm a heterosexual man, and sometimes man can be intimidated by friendship with man and women. It's men, sir. Men. I'm a heterosexual man, and sometimes men can be intimidated by friendship with other men and women. I hate when I hear people use the wrong word in the sentence. I'm like that's something that you learned in the first grade. Men and men. Any attractiveness that he even could have remotely had that I didn't see really would have been gone out the window, child. So Silas wants to get to know him though, considering the fact that he used to be roommates with his wife and are super close. He does want to get to know the dude. So Bree and Silas end up talking before dinner because she says that he doesn't have her back regarding this whole Simon situation. So they go outside and talk. And Bree was like, you guys get to have each other and I don't. Talking about Silas and Jasmine. She was like, if he can't stay that length, because I feel like it had to do with race and everything. And it's like, what are you talking about bringing race into this? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Even I was offended and I wasn't even there. Like, where did that come from? And at that moment, I realized that Bree is a Karen. Even though she black, she's a Karen. Okay? She is a Linda. We're going to call her a Linda, child. She's a Linda. And she's manipulative, like Simon called her later. And she is a drama queen, and she's dramatic, and she's selfish. She really honestly is. So Silas was like, you really think I make decisions based off race? And she was like, you said in the car, I want our black women to be married to black men. And what he said was, I want black women to be married, period. My preference is to a black man, but I just want them to be married. So she then took that and twisted it and made it into something what it really was not, just to make her statement correct. So Amir tells Jasmine, you need to go outside and help your husband. So she goes outside and was like, I thought we were getting dressed for toga. And Bree said, hold up, we're talking. Now, mind you, Silas said, hold up, babe, but he can say that. You can't. I know you angry to tell me, hold up, we're talking, when you talking to my husband. Baby, Bree would have got popped at that moment. She really would have got popped, because who you talking to, first of all? So, Silas, where was I at? Silas says, you think I'm a racist? And Bree was like, I have the utmost respect for you, but he's getting loud with me. She says this to Jasmine. That man wasn't getting loud with her at all. You started something that you could not finish. So Jasmine, who said this? I think Jasmine or either Silas said, we were under the impression that he was staying for 3 days, but it's like, no, I'm sorry. Amir said this. So Amir and them was in the house talking, and Amir says, we were under the impression that he was staying for 3 days, but it's like 5 or 6. And like, that ain't cool. Like, cause at the end of the day, Silas and Jasmine are married, but ain't nobody else got they boo things in the house. You already brought your dog without asking anybody. Like, girl, this is not a paid vacation for you and your man. Simmer down or go back to Germany with him. Oh my God. So Bree storms off having a temper tantrum because she wasn't getting her way, and she threatening to leave and starts packing her stuff. And I would have gladly helped her and Milo up out the door, because okay, and one monkey don't stop no show. And at the end of the day, she should have went where Mariah went, child. To be honest with you, because justice for Mariah still, because y'all did Mariah wrong and y'all put the wrong person out the house. So everybody else is having fun, you know, having a good time. But and while she upstairs pouting and throwing stuff in her luggage, and Silas says he feels bad to Jasmine, and Jasmine was like, I don't care. And I wish he would have had that attitude about it as well. So Silas ends up going upstairs to check on Bree, who's in her room, literally with her arms crossed and pouting, with her hair all over her head, looking like the Angelica doll from Rugrats. I'm like, girl, why you sitting up here pouting? Please comb your hair. Please. You look crazy. So Bree was like, I can't F my dog to get off. We hear you having sex every effing other day. And Silas was like, keep it real with you. You're manipulative. You're manipulative. She's talking some bye. You're controlling. Everybody knows that you controlling Jasmine. You can't control me, this, that, and the third. And next week's episode, her and Jasmine gonna get into it. And it looks like they're going to do a vote to vote her out, but I know she's not leaving because Simon comes into town. So I don't know what ends up happening that she ends up staying, but I feel like she should have went. She should go, because you are a spoiled brat. And when you can't get your way, you want to throw, you know, keywords out there to trigger people. And the way she handled the whole Mariah situation was wrong. The way she handled bringing that dog without talking to anybody. Then the way she's handling this Simon situation. I'm over Bree. I'm so over her. She need to go. And somebody need to pop her in her mouth. Point blank and the period. And that's how I feel about it. Overall, though, I'm going to give last night's episode of Summer House, I'm going to give it a B-. I'm going to give it a B-. It was pretty decent. Looks like next week's episode is going to be really lit though. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section, you guys. Make sure you tune in tonight to the new episode of the KE Guide at 6 p.m. Central Time. Thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.